Okay, so you're seeing currently my Knowledge Hub homepage. Now, every individual who logs into Knowledge Hub has their own homepage, and basically this is all about you. So this is where you drive from. So what you can see here, if I scroll down a little, is all the activity that relates to me. It's to do with the groups I'm a member of, the people I'm connected to, the conversations I've been part of. And if I want to get to any of these things, I can literally just click on these things very quickly and get immediately to that. What you'll also see here is everything relating to me. So I can get to any content I've ever uploaded. I can see all of my messages that people have sent me and that I've got from groups and networks that I'm a part of. I can get to my favourites, so what you'll find is all around the site you can favourite, or in other words bookmark particular things and come back to them, and they will all be stored in your favourites. You've also got your notifications. Now these are really important to remember because these are your automated notifications that will come and remind you about things going on within the Knowledge Hub every day. So as you can see here, for example, you can go to your to groups there and set up to have your notifications sent to you on an immediate daily or weekly basis. So it's a really good idea to set those up. Of course, what you'll find also from your homepage is access to all of your groups. Now, you'll have to excuse mine, I do have quite a long list. But what you'll see here is access to all your groups that you're a member of on Knowledge Hub, and you can get to those obviously really easily from this homepage. What you'll also see is links across the top which are kind of public links, so anything that's been made public, any people you want to search for, any groups you want to find, you'll see that this is the kind of main navigation, the public areas. And you'll also see here your name at the top right, which is quite important again if you want to do things like edit your profile, add a profile photo, change any of your privacy settings and that kind of thing, then you can always do that from your name, and that always sits there at the top right. You'll also see this My Networks drop down. Now obviously again you'll see that I'm a member of quite a lot of different networks on the Knowledge Hub. What you can do is to select a network. So all of you will have access to this health project delivery community, and what most of you will find is that your account is already filtered to the health project delivery community already, but actually you can step in and out of the health project delivery community if you wish to by using this My Network button. So if at any point you want to get back to the wider Knowledge Hub, you would go back and select Knowledge Hub. But for the time being, we will concentrate on the health project delivery community. And what you'll see is that immediately all the branding has changed, so we know we're definitely within the health project delivery community. And what you'll also see is that everything has been filtered to just show me the things from within this particular network on the Knowledge Hub. So I am now only seeing items from within the health project delivery community. You'll see that I've only got a couple of groups now rather than that massive long list, because basically it's just filtering down all the other noise from Knowledge Hub, and it's giving me all the stuff that's from the health project delivery community. Now what you can do is to set the health project delivery community as your home network or your default network when you log into Knowledge Hub, so that all you see when you first log into Knowledge Hub is the stuff from the health project delivery community. Now again, I think a lot of your accounts will probably already be set this way, but if they are not, I will show you how you go about doing this. So as I say, you filter, you use the networks button, you select the health project delivery community from there, and then you will see this access to the health project delivery community homepage. And if you click that, it will take you through to a set of landing pages that will tell you more about the health project delivery community. And as you can see on this page, you've got a button that says Set Up Home Network. And if you click that, what you will find is that every time you log into Knowledge Hub now, you will be within the Health Project Delivery community straight away. And again, if you want to remove it as your home network, you don't always have to have it as your home network. You just click the button there, remove as home network, and you will just log into Knowledge Hub as normal. So here is the Health Project Delivery community landing pages. Now, these pages have been created for you to kind of signpost you in the right direction. So you've got a bit of information about the community itself, a video to watch there, and then some links to various bits of the community that are potentially going to be useful for you. You'll also see your network news, which you might have also spotted on my homepage. So you can either get to this from your own homepage or from this landing page here. And also capability development, which is a featured group that we're featuring here at the moment. This may change over time. You've also got access to the Twitter feed here, so you can see who's tweeting about what. And don't forget, if you tweet yourself, it's a great idea to add the hashtag HealthPDC to your tweets, because that will all be collected here. It's basically collecting anything that's under the hashtag HealthPDC. So in order to have your tweets show here, you can tweet with that hashtag and it will show here for your colleagues. You can get to a list of all the network groups from this page, but also we've got a couple of different landing pages that will direct you to particular groups as well. So you've got the organisational groups. So these are groups for each organisation. If you're not a member of one of these and you think you should be, then obviously you can click on one of these links to go and request to join one of these groups. If you're not a member of your own already, then obviously click on one of those to get to join your group. And you've also got a load of specific interest groups. Now these are obviously built up over particular areas of interest that you as project delivery professionals will be interested in getting involved in. And you can see that there's a whole range. You'll see that there's some listed here at the bottom that are restricted access, but in fact all of these other groups listed here are open groups, so you can go to them and just join without having to request to join, and you can just get involved in conversations and see information in there straight away. So if we take a trip through to one of these groups, if we look at the capability development group, which we would encourage everybody who's a member of the Health Project Delivery community to get involved in. And you'll see that a lot of members have been joined up already. And if you're not a member, obviously you can come and just join. So here's the capability development group. If we have a quick whiz through to have a look at this group, what you'll see is you've got a quick little description. All groups kind of look the same as this at the top, but they obviously have all got their own little logo to identify them. And then if you scroll down, you'll see here what you probably recognise similar to your own homepage is that there's an activity stream, and this will take you to the most recent things that have happened within the group straight away. So you'll see here, for example, if I wanted to go directly to this event, I would click on here and it would take me directly to that. What you'll also see sometimes is a poll listed. Now this is a really nice little way of getting involved, because it doesn't involve a massive of effort. You just have to click a button and vote for a particular thing. So I'd encourage you to start out by getting involved in things like polls, because they're nice and easy. So you can answer the poll question, and what will happen once you've voted is you will get an idea of the anonymised results here after you've voted. You can also share a quick comment with colleagues. This is quite good if you want to share perhaps a link. For example, Barry's shared a couple of links directly with people here, and that's always quite a useful way of using that little what's happening box, so that people have got just a quick comment from you about something. Now let's have a look at the further tools within the group, and I think probably the forum and the library are going to be the ones that you might use the most often. So you've got here the discussion forum. Now this is really for you to have conversations with colleagues. ask questions, ask if anybody's done a particular thing, get answers to queries quickly. So if you just want to ask a question, you click Post New Thread and you can ask a question to the group straight away. You add your title and then you start typing. And once you've, you can add some files. If you want to add an attachment as well, you can do that. Always a good idea to add tags as well to what you're adding, tags or keywords, because this makes the content that you're adding more searchable for other people. And then just click Publish, and your question will be posted, and your colleagues will be able to come in and answer your question. So, for example, just as an example here, if we have a quick look at one that's already been posted, you can see here there's a discussion that's been started. And if, for example, you want to reply to Barry here, you would just click on Reply, and you could answer his question. And again, same thing, you would just click Publish to post your reply. So hopefully that's nice and straightforward and nice and easy for you to get involved in. We've now got the library, and the library is where you can add documents. Documents, presentations, it can be in pretty much almost all formats, Word, Excel, PDF. You can add things like video and audio files here as well. What you'll see is there's already in some of these groups, there will be already some folders set up for you to place items in particular folders. You'll be able to go into that folder, and you can see here, for example, there's a list of documents that are available in here. Now, from this list, you see you've got a little drop-down arrow, so if you want to, you can download the items straight from the list here. But if you wanted to go and have a bit of a further look, you can go and have a look, and it will give you a quick summary page here, and you can see, you can have a quick scroll through. Do you definitely want to download it? Looks like you do, and the download button is just on the right-hand side here. So again, very straightforward to kind of download things. If you want to add a document to the library, you'll see you've got this Add button here, and you'll see that you can add a basic document, which is really just the same as adding an attachment to an email. You would browse for your particular file, put your title and your description in, and make sure you add a few tags, keywords, again, to make sure that it's nice and searchable for people. And then you would click Publish, and it will appear in the library for you. What you can also do is you can add multiple documents at one time, and in that situation you can just drag and drop the documents in. So again, should be relatively straightforward to use, and I think hopefully you will be able to share lots of documents and items with your colleagues. Blogs are normally pulled into a group by, we haven't got any listed here at the moment. Blogs are normally pulled into a group by a group facilitator, and are normally written by an individual. You may have spotted from your homepage there was a link to your blog. So if you would like to write a blog, you can find out more about doing that in our help pages, or of course just contact us and we can give you a bit more information about doing that. Events, I think, will be also quite a useful area. You can see here a lot of events listed here, lots of walkthrough training sessions for people who are getting involved in Knowledge Hub. If you want to see it in a calendar view, you can also see it as a calendar rather than a list. Depends how you would like to see it. And if we have a quick look, you can see a bit more detail about the particular event. And if we go to adding an event quickly, just so you can see how easy it is to do, add in your title, put in perhaps a quick little summary that will show on the quick view, and then put in your full description of your event. You might have perhaps a booking page that you want people to link to say that they're coming, or an email address, which you can all put all of those things in here. You can put in details about how long the event is, when it's starting, when it's finishing, all of that. And if it's a face-to-face event especially, if you put in all the details of the location, it will also link to a Google map, so it will put in a map for you as well. And again, press save, and it will add it to that events list for you. I'll have a quick look at the wiki pages. Essentially, the wiki is a set of editable web pages that you can all edit as a group together. And you'll see that there's quite a lot of pages being added here. So, for example, if we were to click on one of these pages, you can see here's a model that's been added. And if, for example, you wanted to perhaps edit or add to this in some way, you had maybe some additional detail that you wanted to add to this particular document, you would simply select Edit, and you would be able to add your details to this. So, for example, if there were a few more links maybe that you wanted to add to the bottom here, you could add your links here, and then obviously don't forget to publish, and your details will have been added to the document. This is always a really useful tool for things like signposting. So if you have kind of links, perhaps pages that you want people to visit, or models that you have linked from elsewhere, then a sort of use as an index or as a signposting tool is really, really handy. Or you can use it obviously as a way to edit a document together. So you can put in some draft text and then people can add to it, and it's always a really useful way of working together. So don't be afraid of the wiki, give it a go. And as with all wikis, what you can also see is previous versions. So, for example, if you did happen to make a mistake and you didn't, and you weren't happy with what you'd added, then you can go to a version history and you can see sort of previous versions as well. You can see kind of who's edited things. If we have a quick look at ideas. We've only got one idea in here, but the idea of ideas is that you are able to put in your idea, people can vote for it, and then the best idea comes to the top of the pile. So if we had several ideas in here and the others didn't have any votes, then this one would be at the top. It's a little sort of crowdsourcing tool really that you can use to gauge people's views on a particular thing. But again, it's quite nice, this one, because actually all you potentially have to do is to click like and rate this as good, and that is your contribution. So it's a nice one to get started with. I always think that if you don't do anything else, then maybe voting in a poll and clicking like on a few people's documents and comments is a really good way to get familiar with just navigating your way around and getting used to contributing. And then maybe you can start adding sort of perhaps comments and documents. What you'll also see is that you've got a list of all the members in the group as well. So one quite nice thing to do is to perhaps connect with people that you know. And what you'll find is if you connect with people and they are online at the same time as you, you'll also see them pop up in your online connections at the bottom right. And you can then potentially have a quick little chat with people as well while they're online. So it's quite a handy way if you've got a quick question to ask somebody and they're online at the same time as you. What you'll also see in the group is that there is this admin area. Now this is for the facilitators of the group to manage the group. And I think what we'll try to do is to cover that in a further walkthrough, but any facilitators among you who want to know more, we do run facilitator walkthroughs in our online facilitators community, or you can find out more in the help section, which you can always access from the top here. I think that's probably all for this walkthrough for now, so thank you.